Today, we're exploring a probiotic that may be a little different from the probiotics you are used to hearing about or taking. It's called DE111, a scientifically studied Bacillus subtilis probiotic strain. What separates DE111 and other spore-forming bacteria from more fragile probiotic strains is the ability to form protective spores, which allows it to withstand harsh conditions that can destroy other friendly bacteria. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the NatureCity Podcast. I'm your host, Carl Pradelli. If you haven't been here before, I'm also the CEO and co-founder of the company, having started NatureCity over 20 years ago with my wife, Beth, and since then, it's been our honor to have served over 500,000 Americans by offering them the best supplements we can make. Today, we're exploring a probiotic that may be a little different from the probiotics you are used to hearing about or taking. It's called DE111, a scientifically studied Bacillus subtilis probiotic strain. When we discuss probiotics and gut health, it's worth reminding ourselves that the human gut contains about 100 trillion bacteria. That's an astounding number, and over 10 times the number of human cells in the entire body. As you can picture, to maintain a healthy balance of the 100 trillion bacteria in the gut requires numerous types of probiotics, along with prebiotics, and now postbiotics can help too. When it comes to supplements, my two favorite probiotic types are Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium organisms. These species are abundant in human intestines, and many of the probiotic strains have been found to be beneficial as supplements. The challenge with live Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium organisms is a lot of extra care and handling is needed to keep them alive so they can be most effective. We feature these bacteria in our TrueLife PB supplement and use special packaging and careful formulation to ensure they stay alive in the bottle and reach your intestines alive. Another type of probiotics for supplements is spore-forming or soil-based organisms. They aren't as prominent in the human gut as the Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium probiotics, but they have a major advantage. Spore-forming probiotics are much more resilient and can be used in many more supplement applications than the other organisms. Does this mean they are a replacement for Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium probiotics? In my opinion, no. But they can make a significant contribution to a healthy gut and intestinal microbiome as supplements, especially those strains with scientific evidence showing they work and are safe. One of our favorite spore-forming probiotics for supplements is the DE111 Bacillus subtilis strain. DE111 is backed by 30 research and scientific studies that help validate its efficacy, stability, and safety. What separates DE111 and other spore-forming bacteria from more fragile probiotic strains is the ability to form protective spores, which allows it to withstand harsh conditions that can destroy other friendly bacteria. You can think of these spores as a natural shell that lets it survive elements while in the supplement bottle, like moisture and oxygen exposure, and also stay viable during the journey to your intestines after you take DE111, protecting with the spores protecting the organism from stomach acid and other digestive conditions. This means it arrives alive in your intestines where it can do the job you expect from a probiotic. Now, you may be wondering why spore-forming bacteria like DE111 aren't found in greater numbers in the human gut. As mentioned, they are soil-based organisms, and since we wash and sanitize food before we eat it, we don't consume as much of these organisms as some pets and wild animals. It's also suggested that modern farming techniques and pesticides have resulted in less of these beneficial organisms in the soil too. Once it reaches your gut, DE111 germinates, meaning it wakes up, and begins producing enzymes, signaling molecules, and other beneficial compounds. It works to outcompete or box out bad bacteria and helps maintain a healthy microbial balance. DE111 has been studied in both children and adults, and the research shows it can make a meaningful difference in ways you might expect from a probiotic and some ways that may surprise you. For example, DE111 has been shown to help promote regular bowel movements and normal stool forms and sizes. It also can help support healthy digestion and nutrient absorption. And for immune health, DE111 interacts with your gut lining to help modulate both fast-acting responses and longer-term immune support, helping your body stay balanced, not overactive. As with any good probiotic, DE111 also promotes a more diverse and balanced gut microbiome. Interestingly, a study with DE111 found it may also help maintain healthy cholesterol and triglyceride levels, which suggests that DE111 may be involved in the normal breakdown of complex carbohydrates, sugars, and fats. And other research with DE111 indicates it may support exercise recovery and body composition in active individuals like college athletes. That's why at NatureCity, we feature DE111 in our TrueDYB supplement. The DYB is short for Digest Your Best. This supplement is formulated to provide comprehensive top-to-bottom digestive support from gut to butt, if you will, which makes DE111 a perfect addition. Each scoop of TrueDYB provides 1 billion CFUs of the powerhouse DE111 strain, delivering daily support for digestion, regularity, immune health, and microbiome balance. And here's something a lot of customers appreciate. TrueDYB pairs beautifully with our TrueLife PB probiotic. As I mentioned at the outset, your gut is estimated to contain about 100 trillion bacteria. So to optimize your gut microbiome, combine the spore-forming organisms like DE111 with the 6 strains of Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium in TrueLife PB is a great way to go and gives you a truly complementary and full-spectrum probiotic duo. You can learn more about TrueDYB and TrueLife PB at NatureCity.com. Thanks again for joining me today. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you won't miss future episodes of the NatureCity Podcast, or you can listen to us on your favorite streaming service or on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. This is Carl Pradelli, and I'll see you next week.